Hello, viewers, and thank you so much for joining us once again on the Big Talk. And today I have another guest, Mr. Chivhayo Scot, the president of Zimbabwe Youth Action Platform. So I want to give you an opportunity to meet our audience.
Good morning, all.
Yeah, and first of all, would you just maybe to introduce yourself to our viewers so that they know you better? Who are you?
Okay, Chivhayo Scot, popularly known as Shumbaudo or Chikule Tonde, that I got from my university days at Bindra University, whereby I was the powerful president of the most powerful and vibrant student union in the country, Zimbabwe Congress of Students Union, from 2015 to 17.
And how is the union right now? Is it still powerful?
Yeah. All I can say, truthfully speaking, zvaneta. Zinasu yakaneta, zikoso yakaneta. We no longer have vibrant and fearless student leaders like the likes of Makoa Aturichke, Gift to Ezana, Tangadura, myself, Takuzwa Gambiza, who were not afraid to question the government, who were not afraid to question the school administration. But Zamanje, the student movement is dead.
Okay, let's jump into the gist of today's business. What is your view on the calls for the president to extend his term beyond 2028? I know he has several times said he is not interested in going beyond his term limit, which is the 2028. What is your view on that?
My view is that our Excellency, the President, who was well known for saying the voice of the people is the voice of God. Our Excellency, President Emmerson Mnangagwa, is holding us hostage.
What's the meaning of that?
No, the people are saying, extend your rule to 2030, complete your vision 2030, and implement all the projects you have done. So the president, as a listening president, should listen to the voice of more than 7 million ZANU-PF supporters, should listen to the voice of all the 10 provinces who since 2023 in Midlands, when we had our 2023 conference, the province said, Your Excellency, Chikara, Shumba Murambwi, Ngwena.
I want to ask you personally, what's the science with 2 years extension? What does it add? What value does it add?
No, 2 years of his rule in power was cut short, was abstracted short. We had the COVID. From the COVID, we moved on to those floods in Chimani Nyanga, and we all know what happened during the COVID days. Things were a bit slow. So now we are saying, Your Excellency, the people, us, the supporters, even in the MDC, they're saying the same thing. Let's give His Excellency 2 more years so that he can implement the Vision 2030, so that all those projects should be completed.
No, I want us to address the constitutional part of this, how problematic is it. But before that, are you telling me that in ZANU-PF we have run out of people who have got capacity to take over from the president right now?
They are there. But it is the people who are speaking. It is the people.
How do they speak?
Through provinces. We are going to a conference in 2 to 3 weeks' time in Mutari.
Okay, Mr. Chivhayo, I want you to appreciate the constitutional requirements that are supposed to be satisfied for the presidential term limit to be extended. Are you aware of those limitations that the Constitution has put up front?
Yes, I'm aware. That's why there is Parliament. That's why there is the Ministry of Justice. That's why there are bodies to look over it. That's why there is referendum, of which I know if we go to the referendum, the MDC people, be it in parliament, wherever they are in agreement that it can be done. But I'll leave that question to gurus who understand your questions much better of the constitution and the referendum, etc. and amendments. But if you are to go for a referendum tomorrow, who give him?
I want to put it to you that even within your party right now, there are people who are saying the president shouldn't go beyond 2020. They've come out.
No.
They have come out.
No, they are not hiding. Let them come out.
Let me give you one example. One example is obviously the former Central Committee ZANU-PF member and war veteran, Blessed Geza. He has come out. He has come out vehemently and said this is not going to happen.
Why speaking in hiding? Why don't you come having a conference? Why don't you come and say it in person? Geza is bitter. He's very bitter. He's angry. We all know what he did. Went to the TV. I want the president to give me a calm. I want the president to give me AIDS. I want the president to give me that and that and that and that. That he did not get. Then what happened? Boom. A few individuals. The Nari rebellion. That's what he's trying to do. And it should be thwarted. And one person against how many people? 7 million. How many supporters does ZANU-PF have? Many. That's him. Who else? If there's anybody who wants the president not to stay, let them come out. ZANU-PF is a democratic party. We have a line of protocol, channels where to report our grievances. Let him come to the conference in Manicaland. Our province said, Your Excellency, let's implement, you stay in power. So our one of Ukura, but ngati nzowi chifamba baba ni mumusha, imbweka Ukura, wakambona nzowi chinga step. So Geza is out of context. It's delusional.
I just gave you him as one example, but there's so many. There's so many. The Clive Malongas, they are not the Mativelas. Quite a number of people. There are a number of ZANU-PF comrades in the party right now.
Which comrades? We want those comrades. If it's Chinamasa, say Chinamasa. If it's Gudo, say Gudo. But all I can say is let them come out in the open. Not speaking behind doors.
Mr. Chivhayo, I want you to maybe tell me your appreciation of the constitutional processes and the feasibility part of it, if you're going to embark on the referendum and then ultimately reaching out to the stage where we then extend the term of the president.
Come again?
What is your appreciation of the constitutional requirements for the presidential term limit extension?
Sorry?
Munonzwisisa sei nyaya yemutemo wokuti temu yemutungamiriri wenyika inenge ichizopfuuridzwa kana kuti kuwedzeredzwa nemakore maviri maererano zvinotaurwa nemutemo wenyika kuti nyaya dzacho dzinofambiswa sei, dzinotanga sei, dzinoperera pari?
The constitution was created by people. So it can be amended also by people. That's why we have legislators, that's why you have parliament, that's why you have the Minister of Justice, that's why you have all the apparatus to safeguard it, change it, and implement it. Just simple. But that question is not for me.
Okay, so if we extend to 2030, what happens after 2030?
Then we have the elections. You see? We have completed all that needs to be completed in agreement with all the political players in Zimbabwe. It's not only ZANU-PF. Monzora wants it. Chamisa, so much I know.
What does he represent?
That people like in what do you call this guy? You Chabangu.
So, they don't represent people.
But they're in parliament.
They are not elected.
Say so. How do we get in parliament?
We all know how they got into parliament. They nominated
It's a question for another day, my brother.
It's outside parliament, but for Chawangu's case, we know the story.
It's for another day. If they are in parliament, then if you say we know the story that how they got in parliament,
yeah, but
then there's no whole point. And there's no whole point.
We don't need to dig deeper in terms when you want to understand the stories of these.
So if you're saying deeper now, as long as
they are very insignificant. But anyway,
but now, as long as they're in parliament, as long as they're representing a certain quota, how many MPs does Chabangu have in parliament?
No, he doesn't have a single MP.
Says who? Says who?
No, but the question that I want you, maybe, Mr. Shidawa, is why are you so convinced that if you go to a referendum, we reach to the stage of referendum, you will succeed as a party?
United we stand. ZANU-PF is known to be united. When going for elections, when faced with challenges, we unite and rally. We speak with one voice. Besides the future, a few dissidents, but we unite. The majority always overcome. But at the end, they will speak with one voice after disagreements. Anoda kuti vasamire 2030 or ari kuti ndoda kumira 2028. Let him come out. Let him declare to your excellency ndodabo. It's not an open. It's open. It's open. Anoda kumira ngamire. We go to the Congress. But who in ZANU-PF is the guts in ZANU-PF currently is the guts to go on TV and say, I'm declaring my interest for 2027 at the ZANU-PF conference. I'm declaring my interest for 2028. Then if one comes out and say, I want, then I'll change my perspectives. Then the people will change their perspectives. But at the moment and currently, nobody.
I think we can leave that subject aside. Let's talk about the recent developments that happened within the structure of ZANU-PF. Yeah, what do they mean to you?
Yeah, it's a revolution. I would like to applaud His Excellency. It was a wise move to rotate. Munhu akaramba garisa panzvimbo anokanganwa. You see, ngavapedze basa ravo. Takavavhotera vari kupolitikirwa vana kupoterwa vakaappointwa. They can be disappointed. Not saying anything bad about Mpofu. He was now failing to unite party supporters. He was failing a lot of things, so needed to be changed. A lot of things he needed to be removed there. Put a new person with different ideas.
Your supporters are disintegrated.
Yeah, you see, some.
They are disintegrated. They are not united. There's
a few. That's why I've said earlier before. We have some few rogue elements. And
the opening was failing to unite the party.
Go to Matabele and you get all your answers.
What are they saying there?
No, because they slept the day that the people were celebrating.
They were celebrating about what?
His downfall. Go to Matabele and go to Blawe. Go wherever you want. But anyway, my brother.
So it's not a rotation. It was a demotion. And that's why people were celebrating.
Why? We don't know why you call it. Whatever you call it. But it was a good move. That's all I can say. And I 100% applaud it.
Your party spokesperson recently was speaking about a dossier which was presented in the Politburo. Did you hear anything of that nature?
What about it? What about the dossier?
With corruption, the Zvigananda being mentioned there.
Is it corruption or misinformation? Is it corruption or misinformation? We have statutory bodies in Zimbabwe. Chief, let them go there and report. I'll ask you a question, my brother. The dossier is based on misinformation.
Listen, Mr. Chidawa. The government itself, its numbers, appreciate that corruption is bleeding this country at least $2 billion annually.
Let's move facts not misinformation.
No, this is a government record. This is government document. This is government officials who actually confirm that we are losing $2 billion annually because of corruption.
I would be happy if you could share with me. Maybe it skipped me. But back to your question of Zviganandas. We have Tagwirei. You call him Zvigananda.
No, I didn't call him.
No, I'm saying you said Zviganandas. So I'm saying that's what they call it. They call them Zviganandas, including some few senior government officials and party officials. We have week now. It's been called Zvigananda. Scot Zvigananda, Tungwarara Zvigananda. Kana iwewe ukaita mari yako Costa. But Tagwirei is registered on the stock exchange. Many companies. My brother, what I'm trying to say is, if it was Simon Rodland, if it was Kenny Sharp, if it was Muti, why it is what this bitumen? Why don't you call them Zviganandas? Is it because they are white? Is it because they are not of my color? But a black person would say corruption akaba. Why is that myth? Ko aba barungu aba murudu uti waruita corruption. If you become successful a black person, you are corrupt. Ukaraida, you are corrupt. Akaba papi. Kana akaba kaidemu. President said, go and report to Asungwe. Where did they steal from?
I want to give you one example let me give you one example of the Sakunda Holdings, which is associated or is owned by Mr. Tagwirei. And you remember the Command Agriculture and the $3 billion United States dollars that was taken from the state, that was stolen from the state. You had the parliamentary reports, public hearings led by the public accounts, then led by Mr. BT. You had all those oral evidences.
BT. Let's not talk of BT.
No. We should not corrupt. No, the focus here is.
Tonde, Tungwarara, Weeknew, whoever in Zarupi, Fanguita Matsika, Mataranyika, Benza, and it. Okanam like Tuvano Baba no Bandombath. Bozmuna Noba and Chakubirwa. So let's not move misinformation and fake dossiers. Let's bring reality on the table.
According to your knowledge, what is the source of Mr. Chivhayo's wealth? Money that is buying everybody. Red cruisers, dishing out 100,000 cash on daily basis.
We know Chivhayo is internationally, not only local, internationally. We're connected. African presidents doing businesses, gold, transport, anything.
What does he do? What does he do?
Is into mining, is into gold, is into construction, wherever you want to go. I'm not a fan of Wicknow. I've never been a fan of Wicknow. But I don't hate him. Why would I? And I don't call him Zvigananda. I see him as a motivator. I see him as a tool of success from humble backgrounds. Let's stop personifying people. Let's stop labeling people. Aba. Akaenda ku Kenya, akaenda ku Tanzania. Uyo. What is he doing there? Structuring deals. But if you are lazy to work, but if we are lazy to work, is corrupt. Tagwirei this, Tagwirei that. What role is he played in Zimbabwe?
I think the issue of corruption is not something that we can spend debating about.
We touched about it.
We know for a fact.
You touched about it, so I need it. We know for a fact. I need to make it. We need to clarify that. We need to clarify that.
We know for a fact.
First, let's clarify that.
Our Prosecutor General Justice Matanda Moyo actually confirmed that we are losing $2 billion United States dollars annually. It's a fact. It's documented. It's there.
From who?
It's corruption. It's illicit financial deals, and among other things.
So financial illicit dealings, is it done by the blacks only? So you're saying the blacks are all corrupt? We have white monopolized businesses. White businesses, we have all those. But you only target your own brethren. You only target your own people. Why? Because misinformation.
Mr. Chidaba, do you want to see a functioning Zimbabwe? Zimbabwe with a functioning economy?
Yes.
Do you want to see it?
Yes.
Do you hate corruption?
I do, but without facts, I can support. I cannot say that is corrupt because I don't have the facts. I don't have everything. I don't have the facts. So why would I say he's corrupt? He's corrupt. Give me the evidence. Give me everything, Chief. I can write it. I can write a dossier right now and then just give it to anybody. You make a part of it. But but those dossiers, do they carry the correct facts? No, my brother. They don't.
And what is your appreciation? Because recently we have seen that when the vice president, how he has been consistent in terms of attacking corruption, and I'm sure he's the one who coined the Zvigananda at National Heroes Acre when he was addressing the mourners. Then I think it was during the burial of national hero Justin Mpamanga, to say those people who have got untraceable sources of wealth, during the war they would call them Zvigananda because they've amassed so much themselves.
Man is traceable.
But what is appreciation or appreciation of that narrative, Zvigananda?
Zvakutoda vachizvipindurira ipapo mukuru VP.
You don't agree with him?
No, I don't agree with him. He's my senior, he's my father, but I don't agree with him. We beg to differ. Everybody's got his own perspectives. But all the same, we come back to the question of misinformation. He's a human being prone to errors.
Is he misinforming the people?
No, he was misinformed. You see now, misinformed.
The whole lot of vice president being misled.
Mugabe made errors. President Idi made errors. Trump makes errors through misinformation. It's normal.
But this has been a constant message. It can't be a mistake.
For me,
your responses, you appear to be a person who condone corruption. And yes, you condone it.
I do condone it. So now, but is it mukuru anofana kupindurira mukoma anditi nekuti vanenge vachiziva zvavari kutaura vakanyatso expagorate further, we would probably understand. But at the moment, it's this personal view that we cannot change, and that I cannot change also. But evil. And all I'm trying to say is misinformation. Let's move facts, not misinformation.
Do you see him as a potential president of this country in future?
The Congress, at the right opportune time, will decide. If he wants to be the president, we follow party structures. We'll go to our Congress in 2017. Whoever wants to be the president, he will put the service on the paper. It will be for the people to decide.
Would you be happy to see Chivhayo Tagwirei taking the presidency?
I've never hate Tagwirei. I've never kana wakamunzwa ndudzeo ndonokutsvagira 1,000 ndokupa kuti Tagwirei anoda kuita president. I've never hate in my conversation with them.
What kind of a future president would you like to see running Zimbabwe?
We need a Christian, somebody who's humble, talk less, somebody who's loved, not feared. We need somebody we love, not fear. We would need the fatherly figure to continue from the father. So whoever another with a president, it's a democratic item, ZANU-PF. In EMA structures, in EMA what. We go 27. We are going to the Congress. We will come. We will go. Put your papers. Well, we know. I want to go to president. So how do you president? Fortunately, I was president in Truk University of the most powerful, my brother, the most powerful student union. Mind you, I was expelled from ZANU-PF. While I was a university student. Mind you, I'm the youngest person to be expelled from any political organization in the whole world. I was 21. 3, 4. Mugabe Kasukuere spent 8 hours debating. But I had achieved my objective of being president with a small letter P. Saka muna arambizwe kurota baba. Muno can dream. So
who are you referring to as dreaming to leave this country?
No, ndataura kuti wese anoda. Anotenderwa kuuya baba. Haurambidzwe. Be open. Ndodavo. Andiri. Because ndorumba kwangu nogona kurota rumba kwako vatikagara apa you will not say it. Be clear. Ndoda kutonga apo. Be clear. I want declare your interest. Hakuna nokurambidza baba. Zviriko. Tinostaura 20 pamberi papapo.
What is your reaction to your party spokesperson, Mr. Mtramgwa, who said Mr. Tagwirei cannot buy his way up the land of the party using his money, resources, and so on? That's what he said.
By who?
By himself.
Who in ZANU-PF has not benefited from Mr. Tagwirei? Who in ZANU-PF? Who?
So he has captured the party?
No, he's not captured the party. He's giving back. He came from ZANU-PF, he will die in ZANU-PF. Kana zviitwa nemumwe munhu zvinenge zvaipa takuti capture.
But munoti ine mashoko vaMutsvangwa ekuti ava chero vakashandisa mari yakaita sei, it will not benefit him to obtain a top part in the position in the party.
Let Tagwirei first say that he wants to occupy a top position.
What is your reaction?
No, my reaction is, it is the party that went to him, not Tagwirei going to the party. It was Masimire Mbwenda province that went to Tagwirei. Tagwirei did not go there. They pleaded with him over a long period of time, saying, no, I'm a card-carrying member, I'm good where I am. They took they consulted, took the matter far. And vakanomti where I am. Akati mupinde muprovince yedu yaHarare, mupinde muCentral Committee, muti guide with the wise intelligence and knowledge. Guide us and help us to reclaim Harare. Hana kuvafambira ndo akamvinga. Anga nengo yakadi achiramba. Tino.
You reclaim it from reclaiming Harare from
Makatora. Wayatochi kune vachaimso vakawinawo, kuna vakawinawo ikoko. Because they're saying in the next elections we need, how many seats are there by the way in Harare? 20, 30, somewhere there. We need them. So they went to him over a long period of time at Chiramba, saying I'm a card-carrying member. I subscribe yearly, just like everybody does. So I'm already.
Also, Tagwirei is a strategy for ZANU-PF to win back Harare from the opposition.
Yeah, we need sober-minded people. Yeah, the likes of him. Despite Mariakia Mutaurota Arkutenga, Agatengan Munenge Mchifunduke Tagwirei. Pana Kamona Kana. I can't see where office come cannot wear Kuno Dodaptonga. No. So that one issue, Baba.
Have you benefited anything yourself from this group that is perceived to be the ones referred to as Zvigananda?
They've given me their love, emotional support when I was down and out in hospital. They gave me their unconditional love. Say we can ndikavaona starango arisi pangona kusanzia.
Okay.
Scott is a shumba like me.
Okay.
Rudo rwanokupa. Love, mentorship, brotherhood. Yeah.
Okay, but I had a question. I say your party is going to the elective Congress a year after next year, going 2027, and yet you also have this 2030 issue. How are the two going to marry each other? Or are they going to balance each other there?
Yeah, hopefully by then, but that issue should be sorted out in 2 to 3 weeks time conference, and then that's when we will come out with clear message to the president and everybody that you are staying there, you remain there till 2030. It is us, the conference. It is us, the provinces. Vakakuisa ipapo, saka chimbogara imuri ipapo. Tingopedza zvatoda kugadzirisa. So that whoever comes after you, anosvika zvinhu zvakadai so achikondinya tichienda. Which African country can we say it with a development more than Zimbabwe currently, despite outrages, media outlashes, tengwa to portray very image of them? Which country is doing that? In Africa.
Are you okay with the state of affairs in this country right now?
Misinformation, my brother. Let's say facts.
No.
I'm happy. That's why I'm saying so. Misinformation.
Which misinformation?
That is being tabled everywhere. You see, You go to social media, this, that. Go, why not try to social media today? Let's look at the achievements of the Second Republic of Zimbabwe. Nobody talks of that. Let's look at the airport, the roads. Mugaba akasema roads akaita semasvingo. Eno netumota twedu tidii kuti takucruise nditi Chamisa anogara achienda kumusha spaghetti carpet yaitaura spaghetti carpet is there. If you heard him complaining about the infrastructure development, no. But when he talks of good things, if you ever heard him saying no.
When last did you go to Victoria Falls?
Way back, but it's being worked on. Bindora is being worked on. Chirundi is being worked on. Work in progress. So my brother, it's work in progress. Zvirikugadzirwa anditi zvinopedzwa nemwene anoziya zvipedza zvikadzirisa. Since 1980, my brother. Since 1980. Zvandiri kutaura kuti makuru vano vari kuchimhanya regei vachimhanya vatigadzirire rifa.
Or you allege that the other opposition people like Monzora, Chavangu have already agreed to support your call for the president to go beyond 2028?
It is only a few people in ZANU-PF that are making those noises. Have you ever heard some Chamsa saying 2030? Haiko. Have you ever heard anybody in parliament, be it ZANU-PF and all those, saying
Chamisa has said that's unconstitutional, it shouldn't happen. He has said so many times.
It's okay in the Nyarangu Papo.
So with this, we have made an agreement. What did he say?
Hambo Fakaramba. Anoda. We'll leave that question for another day, my brother. I wanted just to say that you mentioned something about the dossier that skipped my mind. In 2017, the gold output was 20 tons. Now it's 40. You're talking of Scott Tagwirei. Young, hungry, very hungry to make a name for himself. What has he done? Kumakomba is creating employment. So let's stop. Kana tisingawirirani kounondizorerei madhaka kundinzi ndakaipa. Why label me Chikananda when I'm working? Thank you, my brother. I think I'm done.
Yeah, Zvigananda, we all know it's a term that is obviously associated with the vice president. And at one point he said corruption has become a national security threat.
Zviganandas, are they a threat? How? The vice president is in good books with Tagwirei. The vice president is in good books with Scott. The vice president is in good books with all those.
No, what I mean is, he has said the corruption has reached those levels where it has become now a national security threat. What does that mean to you?
But I beg to differ, that's what I can say. I differ with him. As my father, not only as my father, as the vice president. We differ on how we see things, we differ on how we feel things. It's normal. Why not say he's corrupt? Why not say he's Zvigananda? Ukapinda mblawayo, ukanobvunza building here in Starimuno and Mkadzwake. Yes.
Who is
but
that?
No. Let's not talk names. You know the names. You know the people I'm talking about. So, but why are they not named in those dossiers? If you go to Ange Victoria Falls agenda, Abba. But I've never heard that name saying being Zvigananda.
So Murugurati vaniri mwere. Murugurati vaniri mwechetere. Murugutichi.
Ipapo zvawafungaka. Mafungara alichazeri ndopinda kuti. But what I'm trying to say is Zvigananda those are not our. They are looking at the touch on. Let's move facts. Let's have concrete evidence. Let's move facts and stop the misinformation. Why? Is it a myth? We have successful billionaires, millionaires in Zimbabwe, but do we say, yeah, are they getting their money? If we have a question to that, no, but we only question because of me. Or it's because we perceive somebody, if he gets money, or this, that, and then he might be a problem to me. No, that's not how it's done. That's not how it's done. That's not how it's done. Wasungi say, go open matrikis wasungi. Kanapane umbo. Wanosungwa. But is the vice president, and that does not brothers and fathers? When Scott sees the vice president, he says, Baba. When he sees the president, Baba. To my paper, 20
What do you want to talk about are not persons per se.
Yeah.
But we were just trying to pinpoint our conversation. But these are the issues of corruption. Yeah.
Let's leave it for another day due to time constraints, but we have had me. United we stand. Vision 2030 is unstoppable. Bring evidence on Zviganandas. Bring concrete evidence before anything else. I will be the first person to say, Ngavasungwe. I will be the first person to make noise, Ngavasungwe. But in the meantime, those tenders, Zviganandas, or not Zvigananda, they've done a splendid job. But anyway, I won't say much. Ndabo. Ndabo. My brother, Ndabo.
Okay.
I'm a farmer. I have a farm. I'm employing people. Chivu. I'm employing my youth. Chivu. I'm a farmer. My manje dumburga tanga kura nda Zvigananda. But I'm employing people. I'm creating employment for people in Chivu. But ndakangoda nda Zvigananda. But if you ever come to Chivu to supervise on the you don't. That's what I was saying, misinformation and facts. In the background, do not monarchy. Then come back. So I will conclude, my brother, by saying thank you for hosting me. It was a great pleasure. Thank you.
There you have it, viewers. We were talking to Mr. Chivhayo from the Zimbabwe Youth Platform, the president of the Zimbabwe Youth Platform, an affiliate of ZANU-PF Youth League, by the way. And thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, I'm signing out.